Somebody put a bag of drugs inside me. I need you to take it out. It's leaking.
It is estimated most human beings only use 10% of their brain's capacity. Imagine if we could access 100%. Interesting things begin to happen. Yes?
Professor Norman, my name's Lucy. I just read all your research on the human brain. It's a little rudimentary, but you're on the right track.
Thank you.
Everyone's favorite girl at the moment. Fine ass, hot ass.
Every year.
Scarlett Johansson.
Every
boy.
year. There's some actor who's in almost every movie you see.
Oh, yeah.
This year, well, past 2 years, it's been Scarlett Johansson.
And it's been Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson is in everything. And now, Martin, she is in Lucy. And Lucy right here. Now, in this motion picture right here, Martin, Lucy, I can't really tell if she's a actual, traveling student or if she's a prostitute. I mean, you look at it, she's dressed like in leopard skin and got, always looking like she just finished taking heroin.
Well, she's more of a hoochie.
A skank. Skank hoe.
Yeah,
well, she
yeah.
is. Now, she's over in China. She's traveling around, just met a nice French boyfriend and everything. And he's telling her, hey, baby, go deliver this package for me. You don't ever do that with one guy you had a one-night stand with. But
who dresses like a guy who can't decide if he's a rock star or a drug dealer.
Yeah.
From all the movies you saw back in the 80s.
If that's the case, go with the drug dealer. And she's trying to play it smart, saying, you know what? I'm not delivering any package for anybody right now because I don't know you. But then he slaps these handcuffs on and says, bitch, hell, you ain't going to deliver this for me. And sends her on her way to deliver this package to these strange Chinese, we assume, mobsters. And when she gets up there, not only are they very mean, very forceful.
Yeah.
But
these guys are totally mean.
That's total.
Like, man, you guys are being dicks for no reason.
Just total dickheads. But they take her, they slice her open, and they put something inside of her, and they say, you know what? You're going to go back to wherever you came from, and you're going to be nice, and you're going to not say a word about what we put in you. Some guys will take care of you. They'll take it out, and you could be along your merry way. However, something happens where the thing seeps inside of her, and whatever that package was, it starts to give her superpowers. Her mind starts to use, we're going with this, people.
10%
more
of the brain.
More than 10% of the brain. Yeah.
40%. Matter of fact, movie gives you a running tally of how much of her brain she's using.
Oh, you know what, man? The movie gives you a running tally of every goddamn thing that's going on. This is one of those movies where we hear this all the time. These movies where they want to explain superpowers or telekinesis by saying, the human brain the average person only uses about 10% of their brain. And once you go beyond that, well, you can start to make shit float and you can levitate and you can fly, you can make people blow up and, all kind of stuff. And that premise right there, while it's stale, there have been some people who were able to come out and do something with it.
Yes. Limitless.
Yeah, exactly. Limitless. And then there's some movies where they kind of hint at that, but they don't really say it, but you know what's going on, but they still make it good. Something like Chronicle.
Yeah.
But no, Luc Besson.
Sometimes they shit the bed.
Yeah. Luc Besson is not, he takes something, he starts out trying to explain to you how cool this is. But Luc Besson, he cannot help himself from just making that action movie. That straightforward, nothing else going on, action film. And that is my biggest problem with this, is that in this movie, they spend so much goddamn time explaining to you what's going on with Lucy. Morgan Freeman is pretty much through about 20 minutes of the movie giving a lecture on what's
going on with her.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they haven't interacted at all. It's like there's two movies, or two or three different movies going on. And two of those movies are explaining what's happening in the first movie.
It's almost like they know it's bullshit. So the movie wants to sit down and explain to you. It's like, okay, you've heard this all before, but you know what? You haven't heard it in this kind of detail.
It's almost like an aggressive sales presentation. Like somebody's trying to sell you a timeshare. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. I don't have the money for it. But they're in your face explaining to you all the reasons why you're going to save money. It's going to work out for you.
Oh, yeah. And here.
Like, okay. And they won't let it go.
Oh, no.
Until you finally say, okay, she can use 100% of her brain. There you go.
And you know what? They have Morgan Freeman, the greatest narrator ever. You have to actually sit in a class with him for about 20 minutes of this movie. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about, anything flashy. I'm not talking about him showing you cool slides all the time and everything. No,
a college lecture.
It's Morgan Freeman sitting down. We use 10% of our brains, but if you use 20% or 30%, you'll be able to do some cool shit. You know, it's like, hey, man.
I love how even like one character says like, so has this been scientifically proven? Well, no, but we speculate.
You know,
and at that point, everybody should just got up and left and gone their real class.
Even Morgan Freeman, like he was put on the spot. He's like, man, you know, does science actually prove this? Well, you know, just take off running. Even he was laughing like, well, yeah. Professor, has this been scientifically proven? Well, shoot that motherfucker right there. What'd I say? No, it's they not only does the movie spend a whole lot of time trying to over-explain the premise, but because it is such a basic action movie that it's barely 90 minutes long.
I know.
It is 87 minutes long, and because of that, the movie is nothing but car chases and shootouts. That's pretty much all it is. They know this, so what do? Oh man, we don't have a whole hour and a half. Let's get all the stock footage we can fucking find.
Oh my God.
And pad the movie out with it. Every time we talk about the Chinese mob about to grab Scarlett Johansson, let's show a leopard hunting an antelope or whatever the fuck he was going after. You know,
a gazelle.
When I saw Luc Besson's name on it, I said, all right, this whole premise of 10% of the brain, whatever. The movie might be fun. Luc Besson usually has a tendency not to take these things too seriously. And I would have to say that in the first 15 minutes of the movie, they have this great balance of suspense and humor all at the same time.
True.
When the mob actually grabs Scarlett Johansson in this scene right here, you're kind of scared at first.
You know, because she sells it.
But
that fear, she sells that.
She is sweating her ass off. I think I even heard her farting a little bit every now and then.
Yeah. She's not the Black Widow in this at all.
It's almost like Luc Besson actually threw her in the middle of China and had the mob kidnap her.
Right.
And she didn't even fucking know. You know, she didn't know that they were actually filming a movie.
Right.
And she sells it, but at the same time, they managed to believably alleviate that fear with a little bit of humor, as you'll see in this clip right here.
Hello, miss. I speak English. I translate for Mr. Zhang.
가방 안에 뭐가 들어있는지 아냐고 물어봐.
Mr. Zhang wants to know what's in the case.
Richard gave me the case to give to you. That's all I know. Okay, please tell him that.
자기는 아무것도 모르고 그저 리차드가 가방을 호텔까지 가져가라고 했답니다.
야, 이거 가방 여는 비밀번호라고 얘기. 야, 이 가방 조심해라. 이거 터질 줄 모른다.
He gave me a paper with numbers written on it. What is this?
It's the code to open the case.
Code.
Yeah, how do you know?
Yeah.
What's really in here?
Nothing dangerous.
빨리 가방 열라!
Mr. Zhang insists that you open the case.
Okay.
You know what? I love when Asian people get mad because they start getting mad like a motorcycle. They start out, they got to rev up their anger.
Completely bored and then just go to just yelling at the top of their lungs.
It's like a motorcycle that has to get started. They're like, yeah, goddamn.
It's like, man, you know I can't understand what you're saying, right?
God, you know what? I even think like he's trying to yell in Asian, but I think I heard a goddamn it in there. Goddamn it, somebody kicked him in his nuts right there.
Right.
But that guy right there, that's that actor's name, Min-Sik Choi. I like that dude, man.
Yeah.
I like that dude a lot because he's an asshole. He's a bad guy in the movie, but he's one of those, see, like right there, look at him. He's like, man, I don't have time for this shit.
Right.
He's evil just because he's got shit to do. You know what I mean? It's like, he's like, look, I'm so busy that if I have to ask you twice, I'm just going to shoot you. I'm just going to put a bullet in your ass.
It would spare me time to shoot you rather than to ask you and have you go, huh?
Oh yeah.
Again.
Yeah. That's what I love about this guy. He's not diabolically evil. He's like just busy evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta go somewhere. Look, I don't have time to ask you twice. And if he likes you, he won't shoot you, but he always has that henchman to sit up there and slap the shit out of you if you ask something twice.
Yeah.
Like he'll sit up there and be like, who's on it?
You know
huh? What the fuck, man? You know, I'm not going to ask you again. You speak English? leave me alone. But yeah, I like that guy. And you know what? The movie, it really does start out with that tone, and the action works, the suspense is working, the humor's working in it, and you kind of actually forget this whole this played out, almost just dumbass myth that, you know, if I use more than 10% of my brain, I'm gonna be a super person. But soon after that, once she starts gaining her powers, Scarlett Johansson, she's not a sympathetic character anymore, because she spends the rest of the movie with a blank expression on her face. That's it. Now, I thought, and again, here we go with Corey makes his own movie. Now, I thought that this might have been slightly better had she been growing into her powers. And as she's doing that, she's becoming more scared. She's growing into them, but she really doesn't know what's happening with her. She doesn't know if she's going to die, if she's going to be okay. But instead, she spent the whole movie looking like that. And when she spends the whole movie looking like this, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, it's kind of like, okay, well, what am I supposed to feel for you? So I thought there's a lot of potential here, but they dropped the ball in many ways, man.
I certainly agree that the first 10 or 15 minutes of it started out really well. And it had lots of promise, suspense, all that stuff. Everything you said had me like, oh, shit. Okay. Because you look at the trailer. The thing I would say to you people more than anything is that when you look at the trailer, you see, okay, what's the potential of this? Could be like the female version of Limitless. Or like I said, La Femme Nikita, where you have a woman who has these extra powers and she's a badass. The movie that this is closest to is Transcendence, that Johnny Depp movie from the earlier this year.
Oh yeah,
and even had Morgan Freeman in it. It's almost the same role. You know, the guy who knows everything. And this movie, I would say it's a disappointment, but that would be an insult to other disappointments. When I talk about shit in the bed, this movie went from like, hey, this could be all right, to like, wow, this is one of the worst things I've seen this year. And so many missteps. I'm just like, man. Luc Besson, I remember back in his early days, he was like a really artsy director who I had a lot of respect for, wanted to see his movies. And then he moved into doing artsy action movies, and that was cool. And now, just whenever his name is on a movie, I'm like, I really don't want to see that. And this cements that more than anything. It's a artsy action movie, but it never blends together. It's artsy, but it's action, and the artsy stuff is actually silly. And guess what? The action stuff ends up being dull after a while. And kind of silly too. And the ending of this, whereas I was just like, wow, I'm gonna get this a low rental. The end made me go like, you know what, fuck you.
Really?
Yeah.
So not just bullshit, but fuck you is what you gonna
All right,
get?
you know what? Because of how good the first 15 minutes was, I'll give it bullshit. The audience that comes out loving everything, they were all like, what?
Yeah, the audience really was confused when they walked out of this. And I'm gonna just put it out there. It's a cop-out ending.
Oh,
it's
totally.
It's like I said.
I would actually like see Transcendence again before this.
Well, I see what these movies are doing, and y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop doing this. You get some bullshit ass plot and some bullshit ass premise, and then you bring Morgan Freeman to come in and try to make it sound like ain't nobody falling for that shit.
Right.
All right. We done heard Morgan Freeman. All that shit about Morgan Freeman can read a phone book and we listen. No, we will not.
No.
Morgan, you know.
You know what? A phone book isn't written as stupidly as this.
Hell, Morgan Freeman ain't even, he ain't even buying his own shit no more.
He's not.
Look at, he's even like, look at, he's like right now looking like, I don't even.
You see all those zeros back there? That's how much he's getting paid. That's what he's focusing on.
Yeah.
Just think about the number.
Yeah.
So you can get through this trek.
He's like, yeah, time to get another house. For this bullshit right here. God damn, even he even ain't buying this shit right now. He's like, come on, y'all, quit calling me for this shit.
It's like ever since The Fifth Element, Luc Besson has just been a child. Like he's just like, I wrote that script when I was 14. Matter of fact, I probably wrote a lot of scripts when I was 14. I'm just going to film those from now on.
Yeah, man, you know that. Yeah, it's after 30 minutes. Seriously, people, it's nothing but a car chase and a bunch of shootouts, and your typical telekinetic effects. You know, oh, I'm gonna throw a Chinese man on a wall or something every now and then.
They weren't even that impressive.
And they were not that impressive. And here's my biggest thing about the movie: you got these Chinese mobsters killing all these people, and you got Lucy here, who has the ultimate power, who is so strong, and the only thing you got going for in this movie for you after a while is that, oh shit, you know, that's all right, y'all keep killing people, I can't wait till Lucy get your ass. And the bad guys never get their comeuppance, man.
Yeah, they really don't.
And when they, and you know what, and when they do, a lot of times it's not even about Lucy.
I know.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. This is bullshit, man. I
was like, come on. Why are you holding back?
Well, your telekinetic powers are strong, man, because I was going to go for a rental.
No.
But you finally, you got in my head, Martin. Yeah, this shit right here. It's
Come on. When he got to the last frame, you can't tell me you weren't going, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I like that one person that you always got one person at the movie theater who goes to these screenings and they don't get to see a movie that much and they're just happy to be there. They're gonna clap after everything.
I know.
Man, you can tell. You can even tell when a clap is confused. That shit is off syncing. Fuck it, I don't know. You know, they don't even know what the fuck that is, man. Yeah, it's bullshit. I mean, seriously, there are so many other movies about telekinesis out there that do it so much better and so much
about using brain power, about action.
Hell. Yeah, you know, the movie talking about using more than 10% of your brain. Whoever wrote this shit, it was Luc Besson. He used about 1% of his brain to do this shit.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Every movie you gotta do the same shit. Everything just has to resolve down to a fucking car chase and a shootout. Really?
And as car chases and shootouts go, not even in the top 100.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Not even in the. It was just so half-assed, and then it ended early. And normally I'd be like, well, a movie was so bad. There's one thing going for it is that it ended early. It's like, no, I hold that against this because it really didn't have anything. I mean, it's like. You couldn't even fill in that last 10% to make it a 90-minute movie? You had nothing.
That goes to show you didn't have a fucking thing. Even you didn't have enough movie to fill out a whole fucking film. And you had to go down to the fucking vault
and pull out stock footage.
And pull out stock footage. National Geographic, give me all the cheetah footage you got.
Right.
I got to fill out a movie. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's the thing they don't show you in that trailer. They don't show you as much stock footage as they have in this. All right, Martin, you know, and we're talking about...
Oh, is this quiz going to be on bullshit?
Martin, who said that I had a quiz for you? I didn't say I had a quiz for you. Oh, wait a minute. That music does, though. Oh, Martin. You know what, man? You didn't have too much fun at that movie, I can tell.
No.
But let's go ahead and have some fun right now. We'll make up for it. We'll have some trivia that'll be much more exciting than the experience that we had in the theater.
All right.
All right, Martin. Let me go ahead and get into this right now. Let me see if I can find our first question here. Now, Martin, what I'm going to do here, now you know Lucy, as we've been saying over and over again, Lucy is using 90, 95, 100% of her brain.
Sure.
She's got that telekinetic powers going on. Now, I have a bunch of movies here that are so much better. And not even the best movies out there, but they're so much better than what we saw with this Lucy movie. But I just can't tell them to you. Otherwise, it won't be a quiz.
Oh, right.
So what I had to do is I had to find and here's the other thing, Martin. One of the things that I've noticed about movies that have people with telekinetic powers, a lot of those titles, they're just one word.
I know, it's true.
Just what Lucy.
Yeah.
And I can't say.
Oh.
Now, what I've done with this game, Martin, is I've taken these one-word titles for these telekinesis movies, and I've complicated them. I've added a bunch of words, made it longer like this movie. Like I made it longer than it should have been.
Okay.
Made them complicated, overlong titles.
Okay.
So let's see if my overlong titles here can help you guess which movie that I'm talking about.
Interesting.
Let's start, Martin. Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's start with our first one right here. Fresh superheroes with video cameras. Now, before you say anything, Martin, the people out there, do you know what I'm talking about? Fresh superheroes with video cameras. Martin.
I'm going to guess Chronicle.
Martin, oh, look at you. Your powers are strong right now. You were right. Damn, they like, damn, Martin got that? Yes. Fresh. You don't know what I mean by you think I'm talking some street slang like, man, these guys are dope. No, they're fresh because they just discovered their powers, man.
Okay.
Come on, Marcy, you want to make fun of me so bad, so you just look at them, just make me sound silly as much as you can. Your powers ain't that strong, goddammit. All right, Martin. Let's go ahead and get into our next question right here. Don't you look behind you. Ain't no cheating. I know you're looking for a clue back there.
I was not. I was just looking around.
Turn your ass around then. Here's our next. If you're so powerful, you should be able to guess these without any kind of cheating at all.
Not cheating.
Martin, screaming futuristic teenage motorcycle gangs. Screaming futuristic teenage motorcycle gangs. People out there, we'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Martin, while these people are throwing their answers at me, You have anything for me?
Akira?
Martin. And look, you even said it right. Akira? Yes, Martin. One of my favorite movies about telekinesis in cyberpunk, in the future. All the in animation, all that good stuff. Yes, Akira.
And having an ending that makes you go, huh?
It was better than Lucy.
True. Absolutely. But then what isn't?
Yeah. At least it made you think.
Right.
Instead of walking out mad. Yeah. Didn't you walk out mad in Lucy? You're like,
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was like, everybody move out of my way. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you were using your powers to just push people out the way. Move. Saw shitty moving. Move. All right, Martin. This one's a little harder.
Oh, okay.
This one is a little hard. Let's see if you got it.
I need to get a little.
Okay, go ahead. Drink. Hydrate yourself.
No, I'm good.
Go and get you some brain juice.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go, Martin. Horny 80s high school telepath. All right, people. What are you doing over there?
Ready for my answer?
No. People. Martin obviously has it. But do you out there have it? Let's check with Martin. Martin, I'm going to say it one more time for the people out there. Horny 80s high school telepath. Martin, what do you think?
I think Zapped,
Wow, Martin.
starring Mr. Scott Baio.
Damn, Martin, you were good.
And Willie Ames.
Look, they even got the names right up there for you. You just narrated that poster. Zapped with Scott Baio and Willie Ames.
Willie Ames, who would later go on to fame as Bible Man.
That's right. He found powers, the power of God.
Right.
Yeah, Martin, you were pretty good. I didn't think you would actually get that one. That one's a little more obscure. Wow, the rest of the game, I'm afraid, is going to be kind of a cakewalk for you, Martin. Why
you
even
never
try?
know. Never know. You know,
Wow,
I tend to
Martin.
overthink these things.
Martin, you were using 30% of your brain right now. And obviously, I only used about 5 when I put this quiz together. It's too easy, man. All right, Martin, here's our next one. Our next one here. That burning hot girl in red. That burning hot girl in red. Now, come on, people. I know some of you out there, this is an easy one for you. But Martin, does Martin know? I'm going to throw it out there one more time for the people, Martin. That burning hot girl in red. A hot hunk of girl in red, Martin. Martin got that laugh like you know something. Martin, what do you
I
think?
know some things.
What do you think?
I'm thinking Carrie.
God damn you, Martin. Yes. Yes, it is Carrie right there. Damn, Sissy Spacek, man. Back then, did you notice how when she was, that craziness actually kind of made her really hot?
Well, she's hot because she's got fire behind her. But I remember looking at her and Carrie and thinking, yeah, she looks like an alien.
You know what? That's what always made me attracted to her.
Is that right?
Because when I was in high school, those are the kind of girls that I would actually try to talk to.
She was just, I don't know, she was so waifish and her nose was too small and her had the big eyes with no eyelashes at all. It was just kind of like severe cheekbones.
But see, I always did that because I thought that's the only girl that would talk to me in high school.
Oh,
like the
okay.
weird ones, and they still said no. In fact, when I tried to talk to the girls, they turned into Carrie like that. Get the weird, get your black ass away from me, you motherfucker! All right, back off. Okay, all right. Shit, all right, Martin. This is our last one.
All right.
This is our last one here. I don't even know why I'm trying, but this. You know what? I might actually have you with this one right here.
You might stump me this
I
time.
might get you with this one. I did save the hardest one for last. Martin.
You motherfucker.
No, Lord, hey, don't call me motherfucker. Yeah, you actually might have it. Hey, you know,
Sorry.
hey, no need for that. Martin, that really white kid who reads minds.
Oh.
Do I have you? What about you out there?
Damn.
That really, really white kid who reads minds. Are you joking with me, Martin? Or do I finally have you stumped right here?
You might.
Or is this just for the audience? Is this an act for the audience to keep them? Is this a show?
I think you got me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to let the music run out on you. See if you got it. I'll ask the people one more time out there for those who are just listening. That really white kid who reads minds. Can you read my mind? Obviously, you cannot, Martin.
No. I'm just seeing like talcum powder.
Did you actually? Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, he's fucking around. You know what? Even he's like, come on, man. Even Powder's looking at you like, really?
Well, he
Negro,
had purple
please.
eyes.
Yes, people, the answer is Powder. Martin was just playing around to give you a good show. You got it. And look, I'll even go ahead and give you your music
Thank
right
you.
there.
It's not complete without the music.
Yeah, it's not. It is not.
I feel like I hadn't won anything until the music plays.
But yes, Martin, you were right. Powder is the answer. I didn't think you remember this because a lot of people, this movie kind of faded. It was very controversial when it came out at the time. You know why?
Because the director was a child molester.
Exactly. Because the director liked to have sex with teenage boys. That's why. And somehow he directed a movie with teenage boys in it. And he liked them kind of shaved and really, really clean, very white. But yeah, man, at the time, Victor Silva is the director of this, and a lot of kids might not realize this because it's a 90s film, but it was weird because the people knew that he had done this. And I guess his time was served or whatever,
Oh, okay.
but then he did the movie, and if you watch it, people, there's a scene. Now, I'm not trying to claim that the guy is still fetishizing boys or anything, which I'm sure he is on his own time. That shit just don't go away. But there's a scene in the movie where these guys in the shower, and there's one part where this kid is walking, he's shirtless, and the camera is just on him,
Just lingering
just
on him.
lingering, man. You're like, you want to just kind of grab the screen and be like, eyes over here. hey. But yeah. It was weird, and I think he directed another movie not too long after this.
Right.
Yeah. The Monster movie,
Was it Jeepers Creepers?
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which had a shirtless Justin Long in there somewhere.
Yeah, I thought like he made Powder, and people weren't really talking about his past so much until he did Jeepers Creepers, and that's when it came out.
And people didn't realize that was his nickname. Jeeping creeping is what you doing.
What happens when she reaches 100%?
I have no idea.